Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So here... for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And not a whole lot to speak of there, as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Look at the big fella go. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. It's Young on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Young on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Straight ahead with Hubbard. Trucks over him. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Young. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. Young to throw it. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards that time for number 19.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Hubbard diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive. Work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for two. Young's going to throw for this. Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for two, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for two and really put the pressure on them.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running.
And right away, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action. Young. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now Young. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Young, eluding the pressure right. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Justice Hill. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the Ravens electing to actually go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return. Now the ball's loose. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Second down, Young. Open man is Mingo, complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. A quarterback draw. Here's Young. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away, take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Oh, nice move. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 25 yards for Gus Edwards. And the Ravens have come back to make it a 2-point game. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. People are starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here 1st and 10. Young now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's got Mingo. A big play there for Carolina. 47 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Young. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught at about the 6.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Now Young going to move him around. Sanders diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they?
Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for two. They'll turn to Sanders.
And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Two things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On third down, here's Dobbins.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll go again with Sanders.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Young. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Young. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll run with Sanders. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Throwing, Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now here's Young. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2. Young will set to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So we reach halftime in what's an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Oh, right on the heels of the pick 6, another ball intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's Young off play action, sliding out of the pocket. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Young on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
It's a gain of 20. And the Panther first.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's got room. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
26. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Panthers.
First and 10, Young. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Young. And this one is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Third down, Young from the gun. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Jackson going to shift him around. Jackson now. Off play action. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
A loss of 14 brings up 3rd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Jackson on first down. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Jackson on a give to Dobbins. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Steps away.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Young now from the 50.
And quickly to Thielen here.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Young to throw it. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Second and 9.
Now Young. This is caught.
And the Panthers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
Wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers, 98 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Young now. Rolling to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And quickly they get to the line. 3rd and long for Young. And Sharp calls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Young here, you can see, changing the play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Young to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Young. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens.
Go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And Young's going to throw it here. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Young from the shotgun. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what. And he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage. And they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 60 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. Jackson. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Kick out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Those strong windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Young off the play fake. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's... And how about this, a fake?
misses. Not only do they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far, because not only does it not work,
and that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and the Panthers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking.